Hello, my name is Juan Cubillos, and I'm the CTO and co-founder of this amazing startup called Nidoo. Now, in Nidoo, we identified a massive problem in most Latin American cities. Simply put, there are too many cars and there are very few spaces where to store them. And this problem is multidimensional. In Colombia, the car population has tripled in 10 years. There are more than 500,000 parking facility services every day in Bogota. On the second dimension, we have unsatisfied customers. Customers who believe that parking is too expensive and they don't like the uncertainty of not knowing where to park when they arrive at their destination. And the third dimension of this problem is the parking industry. The parking industry has lagged in technology. The parking model hasn't changed in the last 50 years. They're now suffering from high operational costs and from limited income. And also, many different mobility alternatives have arisen that have a technological background, such as Uber, such as Green, such as different taxi or Green or taxi hailing companies. So our dream is to solve these problems by having smarter cities, by having interconnected cities. Our dream is that people don't need to have a headache when thinking of where to park. That through our app, they can simply find a parking spot, see the availability, reserve a space, and when they arrive at that space, simply check in, check out, and pay. And it should be as simple as that. And we're working very hard to make it that way. And we started in 2018 with a monthly subscription model, and we have evolved this into a on-demand, a pay-by-the-minute service. And we have done so with more than $500,000 in investment. And we're doing this through technology. And what's beautiful about technology is that it's an end-to-end solution. We go across the entire value chain. We have solutions for parking providers. We have software for parking providers. We also have solutions for end users, and we have integration in the middle. So a little bit about our technology. We have the user application where they can access, reserve, and pay for parking. We have IoT devices, and these devices are very interesting because they orchestrate everything within the parking environment. What does this mean? This means that when somebody arrives and performs a check-in at a parking facility, that parking facility will be notified through our IoT device that a person has arrived, and it allows them to go in, and it understands that they will be paying through our application. So where we're not integrated with the big facilities, we have a software which we provide to parking, and it gives them all the possibilities of managing their parking more efficiently, but it also gives them the possibility of talking with our solution. The team that's working day and night to make this happen, we're three co-founders. Jose Vicente Mogollon is our CEO, and his vast experience comes from working with startups, with innovation, with strategy, and consulting work. He's a graduate from George Washington University, and he also has an MBA in ESADE. Santiago Roballo is our COO, and he's also had a startup. He's a graduate of industrial engineering from Purdue. And I'm Juan Cubillos, I'm the CTO. My experience comes from EMC, Dell, and VMware under different cloud initiatives. I've also founded some startups which work with technical developments and have app and web experience as well. We have a highly motivated senior leadership team with different area leaders. Carlos Hermida is in charge of marketing and growth, and Carlos brings into the table a lot of passion about the brand and is keeping honest and staying honest to our why and the reason for us to exist. The experience comes from Sancho BBDO. Francisco Ramirez, one of our recent hires, is focused mostly on our user experience and user interactions. And Francisco's main role is basically understanding what customers really need from us and how can we translate this into amazing products. And Francisco has a master's degree of interactive technologies from NYU, which is really put into practice within Nidoo. Alex Giraldo is in charge of research and development. Alex hands falls anything that's basically hardware related that we're developing within our different experiences. He's got a past parking and electric engineering experience from 15 years working on the industry. And then we've got Andres Fajardo, which is our head programmer. Andres has worked in Accenture and Avianca, and he's run some very interesting infrastructure migrations for these companies. And then Laura Diaz is in charge of operations and sales, and Laura basically keeps our customers happy. She's always thinking on how to improve our customer experience and also how can we increase sales through these processes. We're looking to close our second round for $500,000. We had already closed the first round for $300,000 in 2008, and it was led by a family office. And this second round, we have already secured $400,000. Of those, 200,000 have already been dispersed, and this has been done by the Grupo Colpatria, which is a very prestigious bank in Colombia. We already have 2,000 200,000 more that have been committed. Is a safe, and basically we have a cap of $3 million. This money will be invested mostly on tech to continue our technological development. Some of it will go into R&D, and the other portion will go into growth and sales to increase our customer base. So thank you very much for listening to us. We really do hope that you enjoyed our pitch and find this to be a great company. We definitely want to stay in touch with you.